my darlings and darklings, welcome back to the Simply Witchery YouTube channel. My name is Leafy, my pronouns are they, them. I am here to give the air signs the divine alignment for the month of May. We're going back to the Tarotscope format. So I have a tarot card for all three air signs, and then I have individual readings for each sign. This month I'm using the Queen of the Moon Oracle and the Welcome to Night Vale Tarot, the Hayworth edition. So let's get into our disclaimers so I can get into the reading, getting a little ahead of myself there. First of all, this is a collective reading, so not everything will resonate with everyone. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Two, make sure you check in with your sun, moon, and rising sign, because you are not just your sun sign, and you'll get a more complete picture if you check all three. And last but not least, though this is a reading for May of 2020, all my readings are timeless, so if you find this outside of May of 2020, feel free to receive whatever message is for you in this reading in the time you're living in. So let's get to it. I pulled the Wax and Gibbous 4 for you this month, air signs, and the message is really clear. I had to re-record this because I tried to get in Spirit's way and I got yelled at. I hear your will be done. Know that you're right. Know that the people that you are speaking to need to hear you. You need to speak clearly. You need to be in alignment with yourself and speak your mind, speak the word you have for whoever it is you're talking to, and make sure that the things that need to be done get done, because you're right. I don't know what you're right about, but you're right. So your will be done is kind of your mantra for this month, air signs. My will be done. I'm literally going to write this down in my affirmation book in a minute. But anyway, Gemini, for you, I pulled the Ace of Wands, the King of Cups, and the Eight of Wands. And so for me, right now, Gemini, you're on a journey where your will, you're learning to recognize that you're correct and that your will needs to be done, and that you should be able to speak up, and you need to be listened to. And so in this journey of like reevaluating how you value yourself and how you value your voice, it's really important that this is not going to have the traditional Ace of Wands meaning for me, because this is about the torch in this picture for me. When you speak your mind, when you have boundaries and demand those boundaries be respected, you are lighting a torch. You are shedding light on everything around you, and life comes from light. Without light, it is difficult to have life. Or life at least looks very different without any light. And so know that by speaking your mind, using your voice, you are creating life. You are creating a place where life can thrive. What you're doing is an incredible work of creation. And what you're doing is speaking your mind, right? So know that. Hang on to that when you experience doubt in this path, in this journey of learning to speak your mind. And with this King of Cups, like, it's also going to be important to look at your emotions. So especially for people who have a lot of trauma in and around the idea of speaking your mind and demanding things from other people, we tend to, when we first start doing that, when we first start speaking up, we have a trauma response to it, right? So we speak our mind and then we immediately like go into fight or flight, because in the past we've been punished for doing what we're doing in the moment, right? So recognize when you're standing up for yourself and speaking your mind. When the trauma response starts, the first step is always to recognize when it's happening. You don't necessarily have to do anything about it until you're ready, but the first step is to recognize your emotions, recognize what is happening in your body. Pay attention to how it feels in your body when you're having this response. Because you will have this response. It's a journey. You're not arriving at the destination. You're just setting out on this road. It's going to take time. You're going to have to heal, but keep in the forefront of your mind that you're lighting a torch for life, and then pay attention to the way standing up for yourself makes you feel in your body, just so that you can recognize, oh, there's nothing actually wrong with what I'm doing right now. I'm just having a trauma response. And just saying that to yourself will help, I promise. It's helped me a lot in a lot of different ways. So, Gemini, darling, that is my message for you for May. Good luck. Have fun on your journey, as much as a shadow work journey can be fun. Try and enjoy it. Anyway, Libra, you are next. And for you, I pulled the 5 of Pentacles, the 6 of Wands, and the 5 of Swords. Now, I want to start with the 6 of Wands because one of each sign has gotten this card so far. And I think it was, oh gosh, it was either Aries or Leo for the fire signs, and then for earth signs, it was Virgo, I think. But anyway, it's a cool synchronicity that I feel like you should know about. You're not the only one receiving this message. And right now, someone also got the 5 of Swords in the earth signs. Capricorn, I think. But anyway, these two cards, it's about... No, someone got both of these cards. It doesn't really matter. But the imagery of these cards are strikingly similar to me. And it's about being overburdened. You're overburdening yourself, and the 5 of Pentacles kind of tells me what it is. It's about resources. You're scared, justifiably so, and you're scared of having a lack, and so you're hanging on to too many things. You're trying to do too much. You're trying to just do whatever you can because you're in a panic survival mode, right? And for you, you're having a trauma response. I was just talking to the Geminis about this. Trauma response is real right now. We're going through trauma. And so your trauma response is to fold in on yourself and to grab everything you can and to hold on to it tightly. But where the will comes into place with this is you're going to need to will yourself to relax. Take actual stock of what's going on around you and be like, because this is an internal work. Exerting your will and you being right is not about a person outside of you. You need to let yourself know what's really going on and be like, we're not acting out of trauma or fear. We're going to act out of love and with a clear and truth-based view of what's happening right now. Because gathering resources, a completely legitimate thing to do, but doing so out of fear and hanging on to too many things and too many emotions. There we go. That's what it is. Thank you, Spirit. You're not hoarding toilet paper. You're not hoarding food. You're hoarding emotional resources. You're hanging on too tight to the people around you. You are smothering them. You are suffocating them. And it's time to take a step back. And it's time to be like, okay, I need to relax for the people around me's sake. And that's an act of will. That's willing yourself to open up and to relax, because your relationships are going to suffer if you don't do this. And you probably recognize that. So yeah, it's all about the mind over matter right now. You gotta You gotta really open up your mind and don't let the fear and the trauma control you. It's a lot, but you can do it. Spend some time in self-care, spend some time alone, spend some time disconnected, and go from there. So, next, Aquarius, for you, I pulled the Page of Wands, the Two of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. So, for you, Aquarius, you're experiencing this kind of limbo moment. You're waiting for something to happen, for something to grow and to flourish. And you're really feeling this Page of Wands where you want to bring something new into the world and kind of start new, start fresh, begin something that's going to mean wonderful things for your life. But the problem is we're in the Two of Swords. We're kind of on that like razor's edge balance moment, and you're going to tip one way or another right now. But we're kind of frozen in that moment for however long this lasts. And where your will comes into play is that you I'm getting that, like, for some of you, what's necessary is to wait and to be patient and to wait till all of this is over. And the right thing for others of you is to be like, it's okay that this is a time of lack where a lot of people aren't reaching out for new resources or able to support new companies or whatever it is. But you know in your gut, in your intuition, what the right thing is to do. And it may be different from what you want to do. So figure out, when you ask yourself this question. Am I being called to birth this new thing into the world now? And listen for the yes or the no. What you hear in your soul is that's either your intuition or your ego talking. And unfortunately, they sound very similar. Ego likes to emulate. So your job is to figure out, is this my intuition speaking to me? Is my intuition saying, yes, do it, no, don't? Or is my ego the one that I'm hearing saying, yes, do it because I want to do it, or no, don't do it because I'm afraid? So it's your job to kind of puzzle that out, and then execute or don't execute whatever it is you're doing based on your intuition and not on your ego or inner child or whatever else it is that's speaking. So that is my reading for you, Aquarius. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below to let me know what resonated with you this month. Subscribe if you'd like to see more videos from me. I post every Mondays here on YouTube. Every Monday here on YouTube. And I will see you next time for another video. Bye!